Comme un aïeul à qui on rend visite trop rarement et qui a toujours des histoires à raconter. Dans la banlieue de la 3e ville d'Angleterre, le Sheffield FC, plus vieux club de football au monde, se cache derrière un pub. Après tout, passé un certain âge, on a bien le droit de faire ce qu'on veut. Ce grand ancien, qui vient de fêter ses 160 ans, a toute sa tête et la mémoire longue. S'intéresser aux doyens des clubs de foot, c'est partir sur les traces du jeu, revenir aux origines du sport qui fascine une bonne partie de la planète. Allons rendre visite aux 2 fondateurs de ce club. Ils ne sont plus très bavards, mais on a trouvé un guide.
And we're now at Sheffield General Cemetery, looking for the last resting place of William Prest, who founded Sheffield Football Club in 1857. And the records of the cemetery, the best we can tell, is that he's somewhere in this area here that hasn't got the stones. They were removed in the 1960s when this area was deconsecrated. It's a real shame that Sheffield doesn't have a place to really commemorate this important milestone in Sheffield football and in worldwide football. Nathaniel Creswick is buried here. Very few people know it's here. In the summer, the vicar tells me that because of its position and its aspect, people will sit here in the sun and have a chat and not realise that they're sitting on the grave of the man that founded the first football club ever in the world. Nathaniel Creswick, in 1857, founded Sheffield FC with William Prest as a way for the members of the Sheffield club to keep fit during the winter. They were playing cricket, they were doing athletics. A gymnasium had opened in Sheffield, but unfortunately closed within a couple of years in 1856. So there was still nowhere indoors to do any exercise, and that's when they came up with playing football during the winter.
Le premier club de foot au monde a donc été fondé là, dans le nord de l'Angleterre, en 1857. Problème, quand on est le premier, on est le seul.
In the early years, there was a large group of people who were the cricketers and the athletics, and there was more than enough to play two teams in a game of football.
No other club around, they just played amongst themselves. It was games between members, first half of the alphabet against the second half of the alphabet, married men, unmarried men.
There was a game 2 years after the foundation, which hasn't really got any reports, where they played the 58th Regiment of Foot out at Hillsborough Barracks.
À l'époque, le football se joue dans les universités. Mais Prest et Creswick veulent le démocratiser, et pour ça, ils créent de nouvelles règles, les Sheffield Rules.
They did produce rules of their own, and they wrote a set of rules in 1858.
They wrote to all the schools and the universities and said, can you send us your rules, and put together the Sheffield rules.
It's the 90 minutes, it's the corner flags, it's crossbars, it's headers, and there's a whole list of things that Sheffield football brought to the rules that we play today.
There was a lot more about taking out hacking, basically kicking at people, pulling, pushing. They tried to rule that out of the game.
The two schools of thought at that point were the ball carrying by hand school and the foot dribbling, where it was more of a football game. And at Sheffield, it was always that the foot dribbling was the key.
There was a story that Sheffield Club, I don't know how true this is, used to play with a coin in their hand, and the idea was that if you touch the ball with your hand, you would drop the coin, so it was to stop people touching the ball with their hand. In 1866, they played the first game against London, where a great story about that is that evidently the London crowd were in fits of laughter when Sheffield players were heading the ball, because London players didn't head the ball.
Le Hallam FC est un voisin. En 1860, 3 ans après la création de Sheffield, les deux équipes se rencontrent ici. C'est le premier match entre clubs de l'histoire du foot.
It was a fairly popular thing. People were immediately interested in seeing it.
It was Boxing Day 1860.
We don't know a lot about the details of the game. Sheffield FC won 2-0, so that's kind of all we can solidly say about it, although we don't know any of the goal scorers.
They were pleased to be playing another Sheffield team.
And there were a few games followed with Hallam, and other clubs then sprang up in the area and wanted to play and get involved, so there were lots of matches followed in the years quite quickly after. It just boomed in Sheffield.
It seems to be from that moment everything exploded.
La pratique explose et Sheffield est l'épicentre de ce tremblement de terre. Une quinzaine de clubs voient le jour dans la région, dont 2 à Sheffield même, Sheffield Wednesday et Sheffield United. Le professionnalisme s'installe petit à petit, mais le Sheffield FC refuse de suivre le mouvement.
The people that ran it felt amateurism overruled everything, and very much Nathaniel Creswick and William Prest were the men who believed in that old school amateur ethos.
And the members of Sheffield FC were very adamant that this club was not a professional club. It was not about being professional, it was about playing the game for the love of it at an amateur level.
If they had embraced professionalism and not fought against it, they would probably be worldwide icons now.
160 ans plus tard, le Sheffield FC n'a toujours pas quitté le monde amateur, comme emprisonné par un sort jeté par ses 2 pères fondateurs. Le club joue en 8e division, il a dû attendre 2001 pour avoir son stade, petite enceinte de 2000 places qui fait rarement le plein, mais bon, il n'est jamais trop tard pour bien faire.
The club's never had a permanent home, so it was important that the way any business and any football club is run, no supporter base and no archive or museum. So we took this field and built some infrastructure around it. And although it's quite small, it's a very pretty home for football, and it gave us a base and a platform to move the football club forward. It's having that balance without losing your values and principles and history, but obviously being a modern, forward-thinking football club.
Entrer dans la modernité grâce au passé. Le plus vieux club du monde, c'est aussi un slogan, une marque, sur laquelle la nouvelle direction compte capitaliser.
In 2003-2004, talking to Barcelona, I met the president of Barcelona, and he was more amazed to meet me from Sheffield than I was, him, Juan Laporta, Barcelona chairman. And I thought, well, the world is interested, they just don't know. World's first football club relates to every fan in the world, so a 3 billion audience. So, we have a strategy to tap into that audience.
Le plus gros coup de com' a été offert par la FIFA en 2007. Pour les 150 ans du club, l'instance avait organisé une grande soirée avec visite de Pelé et match amical face à l'Inter de Balotelli. Le Sheffield FC a même reçu l'ordre du mérite de la FIFA. On ne sait pas trop ce que c'est, mais seul le Real Madrid en a aussi été décoré. La stratégie commence à prendre. Le 24 octobre dernier, le jour de ses 160 ans, de nombreux clubs européens ont souhaité un joyeux anniversaire à Sheffield sur un réseau social. Le même jour, le club organisait un match de gala, comme il y a 10 ans, enfin presque. Un maillot vintage, mais pas de Pelé ou de Balotelli, et des tribunes plutôt dégarnies. Le match, l'équipe B de Sheffield, les A étaient trop pris par leur championnat, face à celle d'un sponsor. Bon, ce sera sûrement mieux pour les 170 ans. Olive Grove, non loin du centre-ville. C'est dans ce quartier que Sheffield a joué ses premiers matchs il y a 160 ans. Et le club espère un retour aux sources. L'idée d'un nouveau stade à construire ici fait son chemin.
At the minute, they've got the prestige, they've got the history. They just don't have the concrete stadium. It needs to have that central central location in the city. I think at the minute it's not really appreciated because people have to go out of the way, out of town. I think if it was in the centre with a museum and the trophies and all the history, and they'd attract a lot more tourists. I mean, already they get people from Germany and Japan and Spain travelling up to the ground. If you think what they could do if they were based in the centre, I think it'd be really profitable.
Le Sheffield FC, le plus vieux club du monde, va-t-il réussir à se transformer, à se professionnaliser, à entrer dans son époque? Est-ce vraiment sa vocation? Nathaniel Creswick et William Prest auraient sans doute eu un avis sur la question.